hello from gloomy PPG Paints Arena. My goodness.
It was 70s night. It was just like 70s hockey in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right. Although the teams in the 70s scored some, you
Yeah.
know, at the risk of dating ourselves here and missing the sideburns and everything else. But what do you say at this point, Chris? Like, what do you write?
Yeah.
What do you analyze?
Good luck. That's what I'm going to try to spend the next hour or so on trying to do. But, you know, just a disappointing loss coming off of what happened in Philadelphia. I know we've said this a million times now that you think they're turning a corner, and just when you say that, they come back with something like this. And, you know, I don't really know where they go from here, but, you know, they play again tomorrow night against the New York Islanders team that's coming off a loss to the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. You know, that's not going to be any easier.
All I have to say is that when I watch this team right now, I don't see something that can be cured by some snap-your-fingers trade. This isn't about a third-line center. It's not about Daniel Sprong coming up. It's about an entire team, but especially up front. I really believe that, especially up front, that just has no zip, no jump, nothing extra to them.
No, and you really saw that against an opponent like Carolina, a team that's very speedy, that gets in on the forecheck. They're playing with a lot of energy. Penguins couldn't match it. I think it just showed tonight, again, for the second time in, 6 days now, that these look like two teams going in totally different directions.
At one point, we're watching this game, I think it was after the Carolina second goal.
Yeah.
And you looked over at me and said, this might as well be 10-0. And I said, I felt like that when it was 1-0.
Yeah.
It's not, when you get in trouble in hockey, at any level, it's not when you're not scoring, it's when you're not getting chances. And they weren't even generating stuff, Chris. There was nothing there, man. They didn't have the puck.
No, it was kind of a repeat of what we saw in Raleigh 6 days ago. I mean, you have to tip your cap to Carolina.
It's actually a better team than,
Yeah, they play a real good game of keep away. They possess the puck a lot. They did everything they wanted to do. I think that's a disappointing part because the Penguins talked this morning about how they can, counter what Carolina's trying to do, and Carolina just did it to them again. This is a Penguins team that just keeps repeating the same mistakes over and over again. That's really the sign, to me, of a really bad team.
Here's what Justin Schultz had to say when I asked about finding some energy.
I don't know. I think they just outworked us and, got out-battled, and they got the better chances tonight.
Now, as Chris mentioned, this Carolina team's pretty good, and we saw them doing a lot of things, and Mike Sullivan really strongly suggested this, didn't he? That the Penguins were doing 2 years ago, being in your face, being on the puck, strong defensively. That's Penguins from 2016-17, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a copycat league, and a lot of teams, I think, are starting to catch up to what the Penguins were doing, and Carolina's one team is really doing it really well. And also, you have to give a lot of credit to Jim Rutherford. He's one of the guys who really helped put together his team before Ron Francis, guys like Falk and Skinner. They're a big part of this Carolina team, and obviously they're having success against Jim Rutherford's new team.
The guys that really jumped out for me, as they have for a couple of years now, are Sebastian Aho and Teuvo Teravainen. I asked Aho about his second goal, which was really a team effort, and about the energy that Carolina showed.
I don't know. We want to play fast and be high paced, and it's just how we want to play.
Now, maybe the scariest part of this isn't just the Penguins' performance, but what if, Chris, the Metro is really this good?
It is a very tough division, and I talked a little bit earlier about the Islanders game coming up tomorrow night.
Islanders look good.
Everybody's looking good compared to the Penguins right now.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, we talked a lot about having a sense of urgency in their game. Penguins didn't have it tonight. We're halfway through this thing. At some point, they're going to have to show something here.
Well, maybe they need to start doing that in Brooklyn.